Zionism wanted to make a person that he works the land, and he works hard, and he has no shaykhs to anything spiritual, nothing at all. He's like all the goyim, except he talks Hebrew. And he's cut off altogether from his tradition, has nothing to do with the past. And that's what they wanted to make. And in certain places they were successful, Rahman al-Islam. And that's why dressing up mechubadik, a jacket and a tie, wouldn't fit with their idea, because it's still, you look European if you wear a tie and a jacket. They want to break off with everything from the past and make a new person. So that's why they that's why they come to weddings with t-shirts, with weekday shirts, with regular, with jeans, and no cover at all. They can come to a wedding of their own family. That's Israelis, and that's all the influence of Zionism. And then in the religious Zionism, they also picked up this way of starting something new. They also took off the hats and jackets, and they stopped pronouncing the words with the pronunciation that we always used in all the years in Golus, which we're still in Golus.
By the way, they were Boget and Rav Kook, these people, who said not to change the bitui.
He was against that.
Yeah. He
was against that. Rav Kook, he was more interested in Yeshivat Yisrael. He didn't want to start a new tzura of a Jew. Although he said strange things, he had his dreams and his demionis. He's going to open a yeshiva where they're going to learn Torah of Eretz Yisrael. I think he said such a thing. What did he need a yeshiva for? What was wrong with others? So good, you want to be married to Torah, okay, but I said he's opening a yeshiva, he wants to learn the Torah of Eretz Yisrael. What is that? What does that mean? What is it different than the Torah we learned till now? And the truth, they learn over there the same thing like all other yeshivas. It's the same, nothing different, exactly the same. So...
well, they learned Kuzari and Amunas for him quite a bit.
Yeah, okay, so they added that, which... I don't know. By the way, I wouldn't think it wouldn't hurt if our yeshivas would learn it a little more. Not Mutzah and Muna, they call it, which maybe they're right. So I'm saying like this, but this movement, which they miyaches it to Rav Kook, but it's not really what Rav Kook wanted, and part of being new is doing new mitzvahs like wearing techeles, and I would say that's deep down. Now you can argue with me, can you prove it? No, I can't prove it. Why, how do you know? I don't know, but this is what I understand. This is my hashora, this is my, how do you say that in English? I don't know. My hashora is that there's a psychology deep down behind the whole thing. And that's why they wear techeles, in order to do something new. Now...
by the way, Rabbi Kaplan, all the murex people, a very large percentage of them, they go on harabayas. And all the harabayas people wear the murex techeles.
Oh, very good. So, why is it a coincidence that the same people that wear the murex techeles, they go on the harabay? Is it a coincidence? I would say it's not a coincidence. It's all part of being new, of new things. Yiddishkeit, but new. What's wrong? So the same need to be new by wearing techeles, also let's do something new. Let's go in the harabay. Let's start preparing for binyan Beis Hamikdash. I mean, we say that Hashem will build Rabbeinu Shalom Hashem. Hashem is going to build it. Yeah, we don't have to build it. We can leave it up to Hashem. That's what we say. And they laugh at us. They were going to wait. You're going to rely on Hashem to do. We have to do. Not true. We don't have to do. We can rely on Hashem. And let's better prepare ourselves that we should be ready. That when Mashiach comes, we should be ready to receive him. We should be in the right ruchnistic spiritual form. That we should be mekabel him the right way, and not that we should be, let's say, like Olam Haza people. They're always thinking about Gashmias. And all of a sudden, Mashiach is going to come, and he's going to start talking Ruchnis, and it's going to be like a whole different language is going to be talked when Mashiach comes. People are not anymore going to go meet one another in the street and going to say, yeah, how much does this cost? How much does this cost? They're not going to talk like that anymore. Let's prepare ourselves. Let's be ready for that matzav. Instead of walking on the Harabais to be ready. If we really want to be Mekabel B'nai Mashiach, we have to make ourselves be fit to be Mekabel the Mashiach. Not to go on the Harabais and try to build that up. And try to be over on Isurim Chamurim that Gedolei Olam said it's also to do. Only what? What we're gonna, is that enough? This Yiddishkeit that we're saying over here, the same regular Yiddishkeit, davening, learning. Let's look for something new. Let's build. Let's make something new. Let's get ready to build the base and make this. This is a wrong derech, and all comes from that Yetzirah of looking for something new. Hashem should help us. We should be
My caplan.
Yeah.
Before we have a couple of minutes left, you mentioned in part 1 or part 2 some of the shkarim that the techeles people tell. Now, I would like to tell with your reshut, even though I'm the producer, of one of the big shkarim that I myself discovered.
Yeah.
Now, I was reading the kuntras from this Tzaddik of Emmanuel, Rav Yitzhak Brand, who's a very big Talmud Chacham, and he's a techeles wearer, but he's a Tzaddik, and he's an honest person. Now, he wrote in his kuntras, first of all, introduction to this, that everybody holds that the Argamon, you can look in Wikipedia. You could ask the head of the techeles people. He's a very fine person. He lives in Efrat. I've spoken to him many times. His name is Dr. Baruch Sterman. Even he admitted the ancient Argamon is made from the murex.
Yeah.
So he came up as an avreich in the Mir Yeshiva, one of the techeles people. He doesn't seem too honest. Who discovered in the books of Plinus Elder, I believe, a Greek, that the techeles, the blue dye, and the murex were made from the same, and the argamon were made from the same fish. So it's a big hitter. So he brings Plinus the Elder. Now, by Mazel, we have a friend who knows Greek, or he knows his way around in Greek. One of my childhood friends, 40 years at least, 50 years, Rav David Shapiro. So I showed him this material, and I gave him the sources that this Avreich in the Mir wrote in his book, and he looked it up. Lo haya v'lo nivra v'ulai mashu dome the milim, but it was a lie, it was a sheker. Now, I went back, and I called up this Avreich, who wrote these books. They quoted Plinus Elder, and he knew immediately that he was caught. And he said, "Oh, I'll get back to you. Goodbye." Another sheker that was revealed, and this is what I got in the fight with the discussion, email discussion this week with this fellow here in Harnof, was a big kanoi on. Good, we won't go into it, but I just wanted to add this on for the record.
Very good, yes, sir. So you see now.
Magalik panim b'techeles. Shloch hilchasa.
Yeah. So we see all this, and I wanted to say that maybe it can help us understand that there's such a thing as parallel double shotzi. But of course, this is only a marshal b'alma. We're not talking parallel double shotzi. We're talking about really big people. We're not talking about little people like this. But
A little louder, Rabbi Kaplan.
but okay, so I'm just giving the people something to think about. And Yishma Chacham v'Yosef Leka.
Amen.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Rabbi Kaplan.